Welcome, everyone. So nice to have you here. So nice to be with you. Happy Goat Day. That's what I wish you. So excited for this day. Goat Day, I say, going to be the start of your greatest weight loss season yet. That's the energy that I am bringing to you. I'm so excited for you. And you say, why? It's because we have a human spirit, and we're going to dive into it. We're going to build some excitement, and we're just going to choose to create it that way. If you've been following along on the program, I've been kind of dropping some little personal hints like, oh, I'm getting goats, and going to be doing some clearing of the land, get these wonderful creatures munching on some nasty, thorny stuff that has been invading my parents' place out in the country, helping them out, working on it. But this is not a vlog, okay? It's just not Dr. Z's personal life. We are diving in on this metaphor, goat, greatest of all time. And this is the season that we want to be entering. Greatest of all times. This is what we want to be having. Absolutely. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, looking for a fresh start, here we go. We are going to be talking about metabolic clearing out. All right. This is the season. This is what GOAT's going to be doing in the forest and in our session. We want to be moving toward it. What are we going to be clearing out in our life? Really looking forward to this. Literally the moment I'm turning off the camera on the live stream, we're going to get going. I'm going to an animal auction. Okay. I'm a little intimidated, I will tell you. A little intimidated. I don't know if an auction is really my game. Never done anything like it. So this is my inspiration for us in this session. Turning the page, starting something new, doing something exciting, stepping out into something new. Maybe that looks like turning up the intensity on our health practice. Maybe you were diving in with me yesterday on this session. Really getting into some deep understanding of the physiology. Maybe that means, hey, I'm going to just up my game on this. And maybe that's in a fasting space, lean into it. Maybe it's in a healthy eating space. Maybe it's the exercise or mindset space. These are all of the areas where we can really dive in with it. Maybe it doesn't work. See, this is the thing. I have these thoughts like, well, maybe we get out there. I go all the way to this auction. People have been hard to communicate with. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work. How it's supposed to work, I think, is we show up. We get to look at the animals. We bid on them. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Do we get little paddles? I don't know. But if everything goes according to plan, I'm hoping to buy 20 goats. And we will see. Here, I'm going to switch us over onto, like here, I'll show you. I just took 2 pictures. I need more pictures. I'm going to bring my camera. Supposedly these creatures going to be delivered today. We're going to get them in the electric fence, which we got working. It's my little brush pile on the right where I cleared up every tree that is hanging over this paddock that we cleared. And then into this space on the side is all overgrown with thorns and buckthorn and nasty stuff. We're going to get them all chewing through that. And so the thing that I want us to think about is, okay, this isn't just about clear out the land, all right? To me, we're going to have hopefully many metaphors. Already goat metaphor. I'm loving. Greatest of all times. This is the mindset that I want us to bring. Hey, we're in the full spring season. The temperature's warming up. We can be outside, getting out in nature. And so many analogies. I hope to learn from it, Natural cycles. Look at this quote from Albert Einstein. I love this. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Albert Einstein, isn't that great philosopher? Love it. Oh man, what a guy, Einstein, huh? I just love sitting here. I love getting out in the country. I love heading out in nature. So many analogies, so much perspective, so much wisdom, so much joy. Just the cycles of nature that we go through. And we have cycles in our life. This is what I want to do. Help us mirror natural cycles as much as possible. Natural systems, healthy systems in balance, stable, unless, they're getting messed up by crazy human interventions because we don't understand what we're doing. We're like a small child on the planet frolicking around. We don't realize, I think, the destruction that we are waging so often unintentionally. But we can learn and grow and change. And that is a mirror for what we can try to do through this process, through the end of the spring, into the summer, whenever you're tuning in and watching, right? That we can turn a page right now, dive in, and make some incredible progress. This is what I want for us. Mindset shift from one of struggling or difficulty to one of flow and health and healing and nurturing and patience and kindness. These are all the words that I love to use. Wouldn't this be the greatest season if we can really reach a deeper level in our emotional state, in our compassion, like Einstein says, our compassion for self, our compassion for outside and nature. Goat's a goofy creature, it's goofy, and I don't have like that much experience with it. I go to some petting zoo with the kids and see the goats. I'm not a farmer, okay? We are going to get an education, okay? That's what I'm saying. Have some fun. I think it's going to be fun. Maybe there will be stressful moments. I just don't want them to escape. That's why I spent so much time building the brush pile. That's why I bought the supercharger for the electric fence. And where's the other shot of that? You can just see it under there. Under me, we got the solar panel and the charger. Charge that thing up, wire it in there. We can probably get lots of great analogies on this as well. Where are our boundaries? This is something I say we can think about looking at this. We're going to keep things contained, keep things in balance, keep things in their proper place. Maybe the natural cycle isn't like that, okay? The goat is supposed to be roaming free and go wherever it wants, okay? But goats aren't going to be going in the garden, okay? Goat's not going over the neighbor's property. We're going to keep things in our own balance as we define it. So, look at our life. What is happening? Where are our boundaries? Where are our priorities? What are things that we need to keep in check, right? Keep in their proper place. This is one of the things that I love the most about our fasting process, is it's putting things in a place. If we have eating that is happening all the time, say, it's like the goats are running out of the paddock, the fence is down, and I really like this idea. Let's put it in its place. Say, when we start eating at defined times, we clear out all this space where we don't eat. We're sending a powerful hormonal message to the body. Hey, we are not eating now. You know what I mean? And this is an amazing message to send to the body. Like, body starts to get it. Oh, we can keep the food system shut down now. Don't need this happening here. This has tremendous benefit. Some people say, I talk to people about fasting, they're like, oh, fasting, especially doctors. Doctor and nutritionist might say something like this. Say, fasting, is not a big deal because it's like you just eat less. It just helps you to eat less. And like, if that's all fasting is, like, I just couldn't care less about it, you know? Like, it's not exactly easy to eat less. Has that been your experience? It has been my experience. Not easy to eat less, especially you start eating a little bit, then it is really hard to eat less because it's like you get the system charged, turned on. That's how it's going. Fasting, like the electric fence of our eating, is like just put things in its place, clearing out space. This whole operation that we're doing with the goats, really about clearing space, you know. Whole forest is overgrown. There's no space. You can't really walk through it. You can walk through it in some parts of it in the winter when everything has kind of died down and maybe trampled down with snow and stuff. But you get out into this sort of space now, like here I cut through this whole place to put this fence in with a chainsaw on so that we could cordon off an area. Now we're going to bring space. Do you see that bringing space... This is the mirror, land and body. Bringing space into the land brings health, right? It takes all the invasive stuff that is choking out the native plants and trees, is killing them. And it's like, well, I'm going to get some of that stuff out, store things to how it should be. Is there an analogy like that that you can see in your life? Is there a space? Are there invasive plants, right? Invasive things like... Maybe it's an emotion. Maybe it is anger, resentment, or discouragement, sadness, something like that. Are those like the invasive things that we need to clear out so that the native plants, the health of the body, the system, so it can flourish? Or maybe it's a stress. Maybe it is a relationship. Maybe it is something like this. Hey, thank you. Looking forward to it. I am really think it is going to be fun. I'm going to bring the camera out today, assuming it all goes. I mean, there's a lot of logistical things. Getting there, like winning an auction, finding the right things. I have to contract with a trucking company to bring them in, actually getting them in. But if it all goes, I'll put some footage up of it. So... yeah, do they have personalities? We'll have to name them if people on there, you know, if you'd like to name a goat, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have some fun with it. You know, we'll have to see if it all works. If you find one that you like the most, that's what we'll say. Can we come up with some names for them that are also encouraging of our health process and cycle, you know? It's like, I don't know what that would be. I try to be creative with it. As many things as we can build into our life that are fun and encouraging to help us along our path. You know, we're trying to clear a path through the woods so that we can actually walk and enjoy this space. We're trying to clear a path metaphorically in our life, in our body. We say, okay, we are moving toward obstacles, difficult obstacles, you know, that are affecting so many people in our society. Insulin resistance and weight issues can be such a struggle. So how do we bring things that are fun and interesting, encouraging to it? So I hope this is in that zone, and then let's try to, you know, I'm open to any ideas, but to me, I like that. We bring some names to the goofiest animals that we can think of during the day and say, well, think of what this goofy creature is doing. And, you know, to me, you know, I've tried to say, okay, we want, you know, I did some of these sessions, Industrial Society, where we traced really deep research back into the history of the past hundreds of years, try to take the pressure off. See, and I love that quote. What was it from Atomic Habits about this French philosopher? Something about how, like, we're all just swept up in the grand sweep of history, you know, however that was. I loved that. And so, like, here we are, though, okay? Like, it's like this grand sweep of history is happening, all these gigantic processes, but then we slow down, and this is a big thing about finding our path, right? Is like, you know, you think you're getting swept along in a current, like flowing down a stream. Well, let's step out a sec. This is what I want our sessions to be like. Let's just step out of that flow for a little bit. Try to be like objective. Try to slow down. Being present means like letting go of the past. not worrying about the future, saying, okay, like right here in this moment, in this day, what are the priorities? What is the process? How do we find joy and presence here? So, when we can do that and then we start making that the model that we're enjoying the journey, this is what I want. Enjoy the journey, have fun, try to bring the most light and positivity to it. And I think as we are doing that, this is how I want a process to be for everybody. Then it can be sustainable. We're not forcing ourselves, forcing the body into a space. I was just thinking about it yesterday about how difficult it is to even know something, like to really know something. I was thinking about, just reviewing, like over the last history. I was reading different nutrition papers, and you can sit here in this space. We have this multi-trillion-dollar health system, and then we have gone through these eras, whereas like people think that they know. Like, oh, this is the real problem with health. Like, the problem is this. And then we think it's something else. You just think of the flow. Like, eggs are going to kill you. Then they're the best. Then they're going to kill you again. And it's like, now we've come back around. People see, oh, but the low carb, thing, high fat and protein help you to be stable in the blood sugars. Now they're good again. So we think, okay, there are these cycles. You find a person at each... Yes, one goat has got to be a keto goat. I love that. That is perfect. So yeah, hard to even know something. Here we can sit here, I think to myself then, I think I know some things, but like, I don't know. We all think that we know things at different times, and sometimes I feel like it's true, and then sometimes I go back to feeling like, oh, maybe not. And this is why I like bringing things back to natural cycles and things, because I was like, whatever we think we know or whatever we are doing, we... thing that knows what it's doing is nature and natural cycles. Natural cycles of the planet been running for quite a long time before we got here, and they'd be going for quite a long time after we're gone. Goat is in a natural cycle. Think of the stuff that it eats. This is what's so incredible about it to me. It eats the stuff that nobody else wants. It eats poison ivy, for goodness sake. And it eats thorns and nasty stuff. But to the goat, it loves it. Like, its favorite thing, I guess, is just like little bushes. It's just like a little bush is like its favorite thing, I guess. And it'll just munch the whole thing to the ground. And now you don't have to cut it out, and now you don't have to use like a poison on it, no Roundup to kill the bush. When you cut it out with a chainsaw, just the goat can munch it up. This is what I like. This would be like processes that we can do in our body, right? Like putting tons of crazy stuff in our body, the newest supplements, the newest things, trying to, force a situation. Just open up space for it. Let the natural cycle run. What is the goat, in our life? Goat is like our metabolism. Goat, I guess they're eating like 18 hours a day or something. They're always going around, they're eating all this stuff. Probably is like so much fiber. That's what I think. Goat's getting a lot of fiber. It's like, it's not the exact same digestive system. We're not going to be going out and eating stuff like this. But I think you got to process through a lot of bushes probably to get the amount of calories that this creature needs, as I'm thinking about it. But what an incredible helper if you're trying to do this. Like, it's just the perfect thing to move through that space. To me, this is what I want fasting space to be. Space for the metabolism. Metabolism always running, just like the goat is always chewing through stuff. Like, our metabolism is always running. And we might have problems with it. You say it's not as fast as it was when I was 19. Okay. But it is, as long as we're on this side of the earth, okay, as metabolism is always running. Heart is beating, we're breathing, we're thinking. All of this takes energy, and we open up this space for it. Think of it like the goat. That's what I'm saying. The metabolism is the goat, and it is chewing through the stuff that we don't want. Whether that's just the energy storage, you say more energy storage in this system that we want, let the goat chew through it, right? But you got to give space to do it. This is what I've spent my spring doing, creating a space where the goat can go to town, you know? Protected. Think of like that thinking we did, a squash, that thick skin, how protecting that valuable, delicate, nutritious center. Think of our goat paddock, you know? It's like we've built the fence, we've got the safety around it, protecting this thing that we're really going to try to work on. Is this our fasting space? Is this how we bring so much thoughtfulness and care to it, that we make the decisions, we do the work, we prepare for it so that we can have the greatest success possible with it? This is definitely the type of mindset that I want us to bring. If we're going to have our greatest weight loss season ever, right? If we are going to be so dialed in, okay, and say we're just making progress every day, it was going to take a lot of thoughtfulness to do that. Absolutely it is. That's the right thing to do. Take a deep breath and deep breath. When you say, I'm going to really bring some human intensity to something, and then you take a deep breath, I think that's the body just answering like, yes, let's do it. Let's get ready for it. We'll help you with it. Mind and body and spirit, everything together, you know. Takes a total being effort to make something the very best. This is a bridge that I like to try to go back and forth across. Bringing the most intensity to something as possible. Like, absolutely, I love that. You know, and then the other side of the things is like there's not much to do, you know. That's the other side of it. This is what I like about fasting. You say fasting can be very intense, absolutely, but it's also nothing. It's the great work of doing nothing. Have a container for that, right? Just like our fence. What is the container that can help us take this paradoxical practice? The nothing that is something, turn it into what we want it to be, right? What I want fasting to be for people, just openness, just space, not a struggle, time that we can flow through. To see it not as a fad, like it certainly has been in certain places, but as a deep historical practice that billions of people have practiced across time for many different reasons, for health reasons, for spiritual reasons. Think of how many different, you know, spiritual traditions have fasting. I was thinking about that the other day, some sort of practice connected to fasting. I was thinking, why is this across cultures all over the planet, different traditions for thousands of years? I think it's because people have appreciated over time that it is a grounding and centering practice, and that, you know, human beings across time have found value from that. Deep value, so much value that they've enshrined it into traditions. And that's very fascinating, isn't it? I think it's fascinating. Something that should really make us think, like, oh, if so many different cultures, like most cultures, have something like this. You say, what is a culture here? What kind of culture do we have in? I describe it as a consumption culture. We say it isn't really serving us that well. You say, well, how can we start building our own culture? We're going to have a little micro culture, you know, where we're saying we're connecting with people, so we want to be very thoughtful. It's like we're moving forward into the future, right? We're not living in the past, but it's like as we reimagine what can a future be, especially as we look toward health, it's like we don't have to just leave behind everything that has worked for people. We want to take the things that have been most valuable about history and reinvent them for this modern moment. This crazy modern moment. I think we got to, I say reinvent the GOAT for the modern moment. That's what I'm saying. It's just so interesting to me. Here's something, I've spent a fair amount of time. We have a brush hog out there, stuff like this. You pour a lot of gasoline into this machine and you can ram it into this stuff and chew it up. But, look at gas prices, right? It's crazy. The GOAT's not free either, but, you get the GOAT there. You don't have to pour gasoline into it. It's just running itself completely off this natural cycle. Like no energy inputs required. And now you see the natural cycle. Then the fertilizer from the GOAT, right, is also just nurturing the trees, right, and the things, just making everything in the land better. No waste in there, really. The waste is fertilizer, right? This is such a beautiful part of the cycle to me. As opposed to like bringing in gasoline and then stripping everything out, just like and turning it into an industrial process. I'm sitting here, just in this space thinking about it. We'll do much better thinking tomorrow with actual footage of it happening. Hopefully, send me your best thoughts that it all works. Otherwise, we try again. Apparently, they run this auction every week, so we'll at least learn today. But we want this type of cycle in our life. Like, just say, how many things can we get win-wins on where it's like across many domains or doing multiple things at the same time? GOAT is doing this, here. It's getting many win-wins. It's taking the problem that is there. It's hardly going to have space to move through some of this, eat it up, clear its own space, and it's going to be able to move around so much easier. It's getting the energy it needs while it clears the space. It's helping to release nutrients that are making everything else healthier, that over time is going to enrich the environment for the plants that are growing that feed the GOAT. It's such a beautiful cycle. Fasting space, we can get cycles like this in the body going. More space in the body. Use the energy that within it. Say, this is weighing me down. I feel burdened by it. Okay, the space that we're opening up, use the energy. Help us to feel lighter. Make it easier to be moving through the world. Help feel lighter in body and spirit. As we practice it, get easier to do this cycle. Saying, this is bringing many benefits to life. Saving money, saving time, saving effort, reducing stress, getting into a space where the body is grounded and centered. Love it. All right, do some thinking here. At the end of our thinking, I want these goats eating the buckthorn. If I could program them, I say target the buckthorn first. And buckthorn is just taking over the forest. So do some thinking here today. What is the buckthorn in your life? What is the thing where you say, man, I need some helpers. I need help, It's like to get this out of the life, Is it a health habit? Is it something that you say, man, this has been like a thorny, invasive thing for quite a while. We're going to bring in the GOAT. That's the fasting space. We're going to chew through it. Turn the page. I'm going to try to say it. Let's gear up. Turning the page into tomorrow. New season. And if it helps to have this metaphor here with this space, take your best approach, your best effort. Remember, we're just trying stuff, I call fasting a practice, something we practice. Every health thing, whether it's movement or our cooking the healthiest things, any sort of mindfulness practice, right? We're going to give it a shot. I'm trying to charge us up, say, hey, let's get into this space, give it our best shot. Maybe do some journaling about it today. Hey, how would I, like if I had to do it, or if I choose to do it, make this my best season yet? What are the limiting beliefs that you have had? What have been the things that have held you back? What is the next step when you open your mind and you write it out? Do you feel it, right? Is the body communicating? Is the subconscious mind say, hey, we're working on it? We know. We heard Dr. Z say the Buckthorn, right? The invasive thing. We know what it is, right? And if you know it or you don't, give some space to reflect on it. Open up the space, and then I'm going to keep being here. I'm going to bring you, hopefully, fun and goofy and interesting and thoughtful things and do my best. And whatever those things are, we try to move toward it together, overcome it through this process. I'm going to be bringing my own stuff, okay, to it. And I'm going to say, let us use this analogy, chew through this stuff, and move forward in strong and powerful direction. So, GOAT season, greatest of all times. This is what I want for us. I am going to get my stuff together. I'm going to get my working clothes on and collect all my stuff. And I'm going to head out on the journey. And I'll let you know how it goes. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Do some good thinking on this, deep thinking. GOAT day, GOAT season, greatest of all times that we want to be having as far as our success. If you are having it, beautiful. And if you are not having it, share the struggle, share the thoughts. This is a problem-solving space to the best that we can make it, and we just do our best every day. Step forward, enjoy, and do our best. Have a great day, everybody. See you again soon.